Welcome back to the Off Scott Free podcast. I'm your host with the most, Atlas, Scott, and Olivia Scott, my wife.
Is here as well.
What
is up? Today is Sunday, the 15th that we're recording
15th of February, 2026.
Yeah. And we're going to just kind of recap our week up until this point to keep all of it archived, because that's what this whole thing is for.
Yeah.
Where we left off last time, we were running late to our Super Bowl party at the Flocks.
This is true.
We made it to the Super Bowl party at the Flocks.
We made it to the Super Bowl party.
With our thing of queso.
With the Flocks.
The queso was great.
Yes.
They actually live in such a nice townhome, I'd like to point out.
It's in a not great part of Dallas.
Yeah, we were walking in and I was like, I don't know how safe I feel in this.
It's not bad. It's
No, it's far from the worst neighborhood in Dallas.
Like the immediate thought is like, interesting. And then you get into it and you're like, oh, this is very
This
really...
is nice.
This is nice.
Yeah, but
like
it was
this.
a really cute home, 3 stories. They had really good food there.
Yeah.
Like some of the best Super Bowl food I've ever had.
quite
McKay
nice.
had this like salsa verde chicken that she made. That was bomb.
Yes. Quite nice.
I really liked those little like croissant wrapped
Oh, yeah, those little sausage boys.
little sausages.
Or hot dogs.
Those
I don't
were
even know what it was.
so good.
It's quite nice.
What else did they have?
They had the
Someone
chicken.
brought Krispy Kreme donuts,
Yeah.
which I was like, honestly, that's a goated
It's a-
snack to bring.
It's a vibe. It's a
Yeah.
vibe for sure.
But yeah, it was just kind of, a vibe. And we got to talk to McKay for a beat. Didn't, unfortunately, get to say hi to William before we skadoodled. But yeah, great food. It was nice seeing McKay. We hadn't really talked to her in a while because we went to her wedding back in November. But didn't really get a chance to talk to her at the wedding.
This is true.
Anyway,
This is true.
it was all good. It was great catching up with her, and yeah. And then on another note, we also went to Blake's birthday party, Blake Plessinger. The big old 26.
Big old 2-6.
It was a surprise party, but we weren't there for the surprise part of it.
This is true.
But we came in on the latter half. And,
And that's what mattered.
Yeah, and that's what matters. We were still there, and that was fun. We hadn't got to see that crowd of people in a minute, maybe since the wedding, everyone together, which is crazy.
Very true.
We had seen at least Anthony and the girls to pick up the Casper when we watched him.
Yeah, the cat.
Yeah, the cat. We pet sit for them back in December, January-ish. So we had seen them. We'd seen Blake and Rosie, but Nate and Noreen we hadn't seen in a while.
True.
Hadn't seen Gus in a while. Anyone else? I got to meet Rosie's family. I was at Rosie's house, so that was cool getting to meet them for the first time. They still had some of Casper's little siblings.
This is true.
They're so sweet. What were their names? It was... Do you remember their names?
No.
So this is all on me.
Yep. I'm not a names guy.
One of them was like black and white and orange, like a calico, and it was so pretty. And her name was...
This is not worth...
I don't know.
I was trying to figure this out right now.
Yeah, this is not worth it. Cute cats. They were the cutest cats. I'm trying to remember. I feel like it was Biscuit or something like that.
Biscuit.
Biscuits.
Biscuit.
But I'm probably wrong. So sweet. We liked those cats a lot. And
Very
we
nice.
spent probably way too much time in that bedroom.
I liked the bedroom. It was very sweet.
Yeah. And near the end of the night when everybody was leaving, we got to sit down with Rosie and talk to her because we'll talk about this more in a second when we get there, but Making Coffee had a music video shoot this week as well, which by the time you're watching this, that music video is going to be out.
Should be out.
Should be out. If it's not...
That'd be tough.
Yeah. But we'll link it somewhere if it is.
Yeah.
for you to go see. And if there's any behind the scenes, anything, anywhere, we'll link that too.
I did shoot some behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We'll get there in a second.
I got footage.
Yeah, there's a ton there. But we got to talk to Rosie a little bit about plans for that, and we drove home. Mm-hmm. It was actually a pretty early night to call it, and so it was not too terrible.
Yeah, well, it was Sunday.
Yeah.
So.
But the next night, we had kind of carved out the afternoon. I get my hair cut in Ennis, which could be such a pain sometimes. But that's the thing. Like, if you get your hair cut up here in the Dallas area, it's going to be $100+
It is
yeah,
expensive.
for something dumb. Or you can go to somebody that you know and
hope for a deal.
yeah. But I went to my girl in Ennis, Katie Galloway. She does a great job.
She did a great job.
I took my hair. I took off a good amount. I took it down to my collarbones, so it's good. She always does exactly what you ask her to do, and she always goes above and beyond. So I'm very happy with my haircut. I'm very happy with her. But
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, Atlas actually came with me down there.
I was like, hello.
And we went and got me Georgie Boys afterwards, which is one of our favorite ice cream shops in Waxahachie. That's a shout out, by the way, to Georgie Boys.
Georgie Boys is the best ice cream I've ever had.
And that's saying something. For me, too.
I've had it. I've had a lot of ice
They've
creams.
got one location. It's in Waxahachie, Texas. Both of us have had tons of ice creams our entire life.
We have not been sheltered.
The only ice cream that has come close, and it's still not better, is the gelato that we had in
that one
Italy.
Random Asian lead
Yes.
gelato place.
The only thing
in
that
Rome.
almost got close to beating it is Italian gelato.
It's true.
And it is still better than Italian gelato.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I find it very funny.
Yeah. So,
Nobody knows about it, and I'm just like, you guys need to expand
shout out to Georgie Boys.
potentially to the Frisco area.
It's off of Ferris Avenue on the way to downtown, across from the Sonic, next to the Marco's Pizza.
Yeah.
Go there. What are your top flavors?
I like Tobias Funk. It's like it's a wild blueberry kind of sorbet type
That one's so
ice
good.
cream. I like the cinnamon one a lot.
Yep.
If they have the cinnamon toast crunch one, it's pretty awesome. The vanilla's great. I like the vanilla a lot personally.
He's a vanilla boy.
I like the Oreo one too. I think that's a good little blend
Yeah.
of stuff.
I really like the cheesecake
I was about
flavors.
to say the cheesecake is really nice.
Yeah, they do really good fruit flavors in general.
Yeah.
But they do a really good strawberry cheesecake. My favorite seasonal flavor is their pumpkin cheesecake. They knock that one out of the park.
No, they kill it. They do a great job.
They do really good chocolate flavors too. I like their s'mores. Their s'mores is amazing.
Yeah.
What are some other honorable mentions? They have a great matcha flavor. We
That's
both
quite nice.
were big matcha fans, and they do it really well in an ice cream form.
Oh yeah. They do a grand job.
Yes. They, for a very short amount of time, they had a Nerds sorbet. That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we've ever had one from there that we haven't liked.
No, it's
They're so good.
I've never been disappointed
Yeah.
ever from a flavor.
No.
It's been quite good.
So,
Highly recommend.
yeah, I didn't think we'd go off on a tangent about
Hey, but
Georgie Boys,
if
but
you
I
ever-
mean,
if
we
you-
have to insert this here.
If you're ever in Hatchie,
If you're ever in Waxahachie, it is
it's the move.
definitely worth going. And also,
divine.
this is the thing we do is we'll get a sampler.
A 4-scoop sampler. And
It's
more than 4 scoops.
$8.50 pre-tax.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get 4 big honkin' scoops
It's a
of
lot.
ice cream.
It's a lot of ice cream. It's something you shouldn't get on your own.
Yeah.
But
It's good to
great.
share with 1, 2, 3
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah, three
Yeah.
is like a perfect number, honestly. You'll
Yeah.
eat it all, 2 for sure.
We've
1,
had
maybe.
that. We've shared it with Elijah before, and
Yeah.
that was the perfect
it's-
sweet spot. For me and Atlas, usually we have some left over.
Yes.
But
It's a lot.
for the best ice cream you've ever had, getting to try 4 different flavors
Yeah.
for $8.50,
wish
that
they-
is so good.
Wish they just expanded. That's all I want, personally.
Yeah, they need to move up here.
Nort.
We need them to have more locations.
A little bit closer to us,
So
please.
y'all go give them business
Please.
so that we can get them up here, please.
Yeah.
Please.
And if you guys want to sponsor us,
Georgie boys.
let us know.
If you want to...
we will do it for a pint of ice cream every week.
Legitimately, we go up there nearly every week.
Yeah.
Nearly every week. And your employees know us. They see us.
That's true. They're like,
I know they get annoyed with us because we usually come in at like 8:30 on weeknights,
30,
like right before close.
half an hour, 15 minutes before they close.
And if we get there at like 8:50, we're like, okay,
We're not doing this.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
We've tried our best. We're not doing this.
But yeah, that's usually when we get there.
No, it's great. Highly recommend.
Cherry on top.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah. Also, usually the reason we go there and it's in Waxahachie, you're probably thinking, why are you even in the area?
Right.
Is because I go to my grandparents' house every Tuesday.
No, I just like Waxahachie.
I just love Waxahachie.
That'd be wild. No.
I go to my parents' house, my grandparents' house, every Tuesday night to have dinner with my grandparents and my parents. And Atlas comes every other week with me. But we can cross up through Waxahachie if we go that direction.
Which we rarely don't do.
Yeah, we really don't do.
Yeah.
But this past week, Grandma actually was on her way back from Arkansas. Her aunt, Cooney, came to stay with her this past week. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't have dinner with her on Tuesday. She went to go drive her back up to Arkansas.
This is true.
I think technically she was back in town by the time that dinner would have happened, but I didn't want her to have the stress of having to
make dinner and everything.
For
Yeah.
us. Yeah. So instead, this is the con of me having dinners on Tuesdays is me and Atlas are big movie nerds. We love to go see movies, especially in movie theaters. That's our favorite thing. Also, by the way, I'd like to watch Shutter Island tonight. That's just a sidebar.
Sidebar. We have not watched it.
We have not seen Shutter Island, and we keep talking about watching it, and then we just don't.
Well, it gets late, and we're just like...
We have time tonight.
If we send it.
We have time tonight.
We gotta send it.
Anyway. But something about
Cinemark.
movie theaters and about Cinemark specifically is that Tuesdays are $5 Tuesdays, isn't it?
It's half price to my knowledge.
Half price.
Which it usually is around $5.
Yeah, so around $5 per ticket.
I don't know.
That sounds right to me because we were looking at XD pricing and it was like 8 to 10-ish. So
it's lower significantly. So
yes.
Whenever you're buying tickets, simple.
Yeah, if we didn't have dinner on Tuesdays, we'd probably be at Cinemark weekly.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming the movies were worth it.
Good. Yeah.
But there was this one movie.
Well, I must also mention my mom got us Cinemark memberships for Christmas, which honestly, after getting it for free these past couple of months, I'm kind of like, once this is...
Well, it's nice to have the trial that we've had.
Yes. Once this is up, I think we should
because AMC has this like AMC Stubs thing that's like nearly the same price, but it's like you get free movies per week, I think. And Cinemark's is not nearly as intensive. It's one movie per month.
Yeah.
And I think it's bring a friend too, if I'm not wrong. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But at the very least, per pass is like one movie per month. And then they take out the online fees for any transaction. You get 15% off, I think, off of concessions as well.
I also think you get rewards based on
I think
how
it's a
much
rewards
you go.
thing. Yeah. Overall, it's minimal.
You
relatively.
also get discounts on all of their food and merchandise.
That's what I said.
Oh.
15% off of
yes.
concessions is what I was saying.
Yeah.
I don't know who would buy a Cinemark shirt. Probably me. Anyways, but we wanted that for a bit, and then we got it for Christmas, and now we're just like, it's actually really nice to have.
It's so nice. It is so nice. And like getting a popcorn doesn't feel insane too because of the discount.
Yeah.
But it makes us feel like we have reason to go to the movie theater too, because it's like we want to spend more time at the movie theater because we like seeing movies and we're like so open to seeing more movies.
Yeah.
But I think the holdup is usually it's going to be $10 per ticket.
It's just expensive
and that's
sometimes.
It's just
Most
a
of the
lot.
time, honestly.
Yeah. But last month, what did we see with our Cinemark?
I feel like it's got to be Iron Lung.
No, we saw something way earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it Zootopia?
It may have been.
It might have been. Might not have been.
We saw that. We saw the Stranger Things finale. I think we paid for the Stranger Things finale, though.
I think so, too. I think it was right before we actually started it, because I think we held off on making it a thing.
Yeah, this month we used our credits to go towards the 21 Pilots documentary that's coming out.
Yeah.
Not next week, but the week after.
Yeah,
Is
week
that
after.
Right?
Yes, not this week, but it's after. It's the week.
We're going to see it twice.
It's a week from Thursday.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. But do you have the like?
Well, I'm trying to see if I have like a. There has to be a thing, right?
I mean, at the very least, I feel like you could go all orders.
Ooh, you see that?
Right there. Sorry, hold for one moment.
Here we go. Marty Supreme.
Oh, that's probably what
that had to be it, because January we had Marty Supreme and Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
So we had to do. I think I remember doing Marty Supreme because it was XD, so we had to pay more because we didn't have the big screen upgrade or whatever it is.
Right.
Whatever it was, that's where we went for that.
But we saw Zootopia 2 and Iron Lung last month as well. Isn't that crazy? We saw, that's 4 movies in 1 month, because we also saw the Stranger Things finale on the 1st.
Well, it's good to, it's good that we waited for Zootopia 2 so it could just be, a concurrent thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like a weekly thing at this point, which is really nice.
Aw.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, and then we saw Iron Lung, and then this past week... Like how it says
popcorn tub under each one that we used.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But this past week on Tuesday, since my grandma was out of town, we were like, let's go.
Discount Tuesdays.
Discount Tuesday, please, because we never get to. And we went to go see the Charlie XCX movie, The Moment. Do you want to kind of describe what the...
I wanted to see it. It was something that I'd seen a little bit on TikTok and Instagram. And I'm not the biggest Charlie XCX fan. I do like your music a lot, especially the Brat album. I'm an EDM fan, and I like where she went with the album. And so I was really intrigued from just the little previews that I've seen of The Moment, which is the movie that she made. And it's a fictionalized version of how, 2 weeks basically before, it's set 2 weeks before the Brat tour starts. And it's fictionalized, and it's supposed to be a different way of how it could have gone.
I went into it thinking that it was a documentary of leading up to the Brat tour and then the Brat tour, which I found out within the first 10 minutes that was not the case.
So that's not the thing.
Yeah. And so I was a little thrown off.
Yeah. And I was curious, and the one thing that made me want to go is because I saw this one... And I did not do a lot of research on reviews, but there's this one person that I thought I could trust on reviews that said, he was like, "It's actually really cool and interesting." All right, cool. Then it's not terrible. Then that's awesome. Let's go see it. And then we went to see it, and it was a letdown. I wanted so much more from it, and the story was not good.
It didn't feel believable.
It was not believable.
It didn't feel relatable.
No, there's no relation to it at all. Charlie XCX did not look great in this film, even though she plays herself, and I'm pretty sure she had a role in writing it.
She played herself just very...
bratty.
Bratty, yeah.
I'm just going to use her term. And I remember...
awful.
It's just not... And it ends weirdly. If it literally... This is what I hate about some movies. I think bad movies always feel this way, where it's it feels like they ran out of budget, or they ran out of ideas, or they didn't know how to end it. And that's what it felt like when you get to the end. You're sitting there, I'm sitting there that's how you end that?
It didn't feel earned.
There was no earning. Well, there's
But they weren't, it didn't feel like they were reaching for anything specifically.
Yeah, there wasn't and the thing too is that there wasn't a theme that they were fighting for. It was well, this is how it is now.
Yeah, this is a spoiler if you haven't seen it, which...
I
don't think that you could see it at this point by the time that this is coming out, at least not in theaters.
Yeah. It might be on digital, I'm not sure.
But essentially, it's this whole, Charlie has a certain vision for her tour, but they've, I guess her brand has hired
her label hired out this concert videographer director thing.
Yeah, who is supposed to come on and make this big production.
Yeah.
But he's going in a direction that doesn't feel very her.
Yeah, and they're trying to like extend.
There's a lot of friction there.
Well, they're trying to extend this Brat Summer movement, and I'm just kind of sitting there like, well, for one thing, the tour that she did with Brat was a duo tour with Troye Sivan.
Yeah.
In reality, and he was nowhere in this movie at all.
Yeah.
Which I found very peculiar. And then you're just kind of going through this movie.
She's also wearing her engagement ring, but we don't see her actual fiance at all.
Never see George, which is her fiance. I don't even know if they're engaged. I'll be so real.
I think they're married now.
I think they're married. That wouldn't shock me.
But she was wearing her engagement, which makes sense. At the timeline that this happened. But it's like, you're going to pretend like this is who you actually are.
Yeah.
But also like not include all the actual elements of your life, which is just a little bit confusing.
It's weird. It's a weird mockumentary.
And also the way that it ended was she let go of putting her foot down and fighting for the way she wanted the tour to be, and just let the
let the documentary crew / director take over, which made, as a production person, makes no sense.
And then you're like, wait, so
I've never seen anybody do anything.
The like credits is just like a compilation of like this tour that feels absolutely nothing like Charlie XCX.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, wait, so that's the end of it?
Oh yeah.
No
it's like
fight,
it's literally just like a montage of like what it became, which doesn't look like Charlie XCX at all.
Honestly, Taylor Swift-esque.
It felt kind
Charlie
of like
XCX.
a dig at Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But also I was just like sitting there like, what is happening right here? I don't even like this.
So bottom line, don't really recommend it.
Yeah,
watch it if you want to, I guess.
Yeah. It's cool. It's coolly produced. I think it looks cool. It feels cool.
Yeah.
But like the story is just, it falls flat. Everything that they seem to try to set up always fell flat, and it was just weird.
The way the like pacing and the vibe of it was kind of White Lotus to me.
Oh yeah, very White Lotus for sure. Know? But like even then it still didn't work.
Yeah. But it didn't work the way that White Lotus worked, but just the perception of it as a viewer, an outside viewer.
100%, the vibe for sure. But that was that.
Yeah. Like at least White Lotus has a lot of stuff to dig your teeth into, and some really complex plot twists and storylines.
There's tons of setups and payoffs, and they didn't have that in this. They're like, and then this happened, and this and that, and then this happened, and this happened, and she went off away, and then she came back, and then she changed her mind, and then blah, 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 and then that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't care for movies like that personally.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting too much from it, but I was just like, this is not a movie.
We left kind of disappointed. I was like, we don't talk about the movie until obviously we're out of the theater and have had a second. But like once the credits were rolling, I kind of like made like a face and kind of looked at him, and he was just like.
I was like I rarely give an opinion immediately, but I'm like, yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, and then we just kept going.
Because she like started to like scroll a little bit. I don't know what you're doing on your phone. You were on your phone for like a minute part of it, but I was just kind of sitting there like, I would be on my phone too if I wasn't the movie buff that I am and feeling disrespectful in a movie theater.
Well, my phone buzzed, and I was like, this is not.
No, right? It's like it was just
for me to not check.
Many points where I was like, I would rather leave, and it's rare for me to feel that in the theater because I love being in the theater in general. But I was just, after we left, I was like, I wanted to leave 30 minutes before. That we left.
Yeah, that's true.
And so, anyways.
But yeah.
One of those times.
The next day was the Making Coffee music video shoot.
It was.
Which you got there before I did, so I'll let you kind of start that off.
Much sooner for sure.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I love doing music video shoots. I love working with Blake and Rosie in a video capacity a lot. They're just really awesome creative minds to see. On this shoot specifically, I helped with lights.
Exclusively.
Did not have to do anything else.
Which was good for you mentally.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, I think they're very smart, as I think both Rosie and I are getting smarter with compartmentalization and delegation with who does what.
Well, I think a problem, we kind of talked about this in our other episode about your creative whatevers, but I think overexertion from you in multiple different departments steals from your passion.
Well, I remember
and your drive.
Mm-hmm. I remember I talked to Blake. He was like, I'd love to, I think like it was a general statement and it became this, but he was like, generally, he was like, I'd love to like work together again, video wise, because we hadn't worked together in a while on really anything. And I was like, I'd love to do that. I'm going to give you a preface here. It's got to make sense for both of us. And I told this to him. He was like, and I told him straight up, I was like, let's be real. None of us have money here, so we're not going to be paid for whatever project that we do. Like it would feel bad on both ends to pay any of us what we're worth, because if we do, then I'm either out $300, $500, $1,000, or you're out $300, $500, $1,000, and you didn't get the value that you wanted because you're not making any money off of this right now. So there's got to be logical reasons why we're here. And I told him, I was like, if we can start creating a network of crew, then it's worth it for me to put the time into it in the same way it would be worth you putting the time into my stuff, music videos, anything NXB, whatever that looks like.
It's like if we can mutually scratch each other's backs, then I'm so down. Yeah. But if I don't get anything out of this,
I'm just going to tell you no.
Yeah.
And like very kindly, and he very much respected it, and he admitted, he was like, yeah, I was down to overextend myself. But just you telling me that, and more importantly, from the other past experiences that he's had, he was like, I'm here for that. Let's make sure that we're on the same page here. And I told him, I was like, I am down to just like consult for you. And if it makes sense for me to help on the production, then let's do it. But if it doesn't, let's not do it.
Yeah.
Let's help each other out here, at least emotionally, if not financially.
It's also when you get too intertwined with friends, it can get really wishy-washy.
Well, it gets gray, and you think, then you ask yourself, well, okay, where's the end of this?
Well,
when is it enough?
You ask yourself, where's our friendship and where's business-related stuff? Where's the line between the two?
Where's the line?
But you don't want it to become meshed.
Correct.
It's kind of like with me and you kind of working in tandem with our creative endeavors and then our just relationship in general. It's like we want to make sure that it doesn't become just this mush of everything we're business partners and romantic partners and this and this and this.
Yeah.
It's like we have designated times for working on NX, for doing our podcast, for having intentional time together.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I think one thing that hit me a while ago was this guy was like, make sure that whenever you get married, whenever you are, loving your partner, make sure that you don't treat them like a roommate. Make sure that the romance is still there. Make sure you keep on dating them. And don't use them. It was just like a bunch of good advice of being like, hey, like just make sure that they're not objectified. It's kind of like what he was kind of getting at, but also making sure that they feel loved and cherished, whoever it is. And I remember going into this, I was like, our marriage is like what we're first here to do is to love each other and be married. Like that's the goal here. Secondary goals can be professional and creative for sure. But if I'm having to choose marriage or say NXB, I'm choosing the marriage. Like that, those boundaries and hierarchies of choice have to be made pre anything, because when the stuff is on the line, you don't want to have to figure out whether or not you would pick NX or our marriage or crocheting for whatever reason. Or on the flip side, me, it's like, am I picking Golden Sword Films or am I picking you?
Right.
Like I don't need.
For me, probably the biggest thing in my life is, first this marriage, but also like my career is like underneath that. Yeah. And it's like at a certain point, it's like if it makes more sense for me to set aside working at Merge to be a mom for a bit.
Yeah.
Is that going to be okay? Or am I going to have resentment there?
Like, are we okay with that?
Yeah.
Which, this is all just conversating. This is something I've learned. I was able to have that conversation with Blake because I've had that conversation with you many times.
Yeah.
And I think what I've learned here is that if it's not defined, if the expectation's not defined, you're ripe for resentment. And that is helpful for nobody involved. So as long as the conversation can be as clear as possible, and there can be mishaps, there can be things that weren't said before that should have been said before, that's okay. But if you know that there's something on your heart that you're not communicating to the person that you love, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner, it can be just a friend or a family member, if you're not saying your heart, resentment will build, guaranteed. I found that true for my own life. I found that true for all of my friends at a certain point. And I knew going into this, I'm like, because Blake and I were friends, and with all my friends, we all had our highs and lows, and we were at a good point. And I was like, let's make sure that we maintain this good point, so that we can, so in that mindset specifically, we define our expectations, make sure that we meet those expectations, and if we don't meet those expectations, ask for forgiveness and then move on, and make sure that whatever resentment or points of contention can happen, we address as quickly as possible. So going into this music video shoot, I was like, I am down to help with lights, because that's what your guys are really needing. That's something I do. It's something very fun to me. I will do nothing else.
Yeah.
I will. That is the extent of me. You do not have to pay me. You can do whatever you want. I'm not asking for payment. I'm literally doing this for the crew thing, and honestly, just to have a good time and also show what Atlas Narrative Media can do. A lot of things personally on my side that made it worthy of my time, and so I think they appreciated that a lot. I hope. I know I appreciated me defining it a lot.
I know being there. That everybody was very complimentary of the lights, and I think that they were the lights were the quality that they were because you didn't have to focus on 20 different things too.
I didn't have to do the filming. I didn't have to do any editing. I didn't have to really plan much of any shots or anything. I mean, I previs the lights, because you have to do that for program lights like this.
You also helped with Rosie with consulting.
Sure.
A bunch too.
And that to me is not nothing.
Right. But this isn't the first time that she's done something like this, but it's the first time she's done something like this.
Yeah, I think it's the first time I've seen her fully direct.
Yes.
In my personal experience. I know she's done other directing before. I know she's not unaware of how to do that. But I think this was the first time I really saw her shine in full-on control, specifically producing the music video. And she asked me for a lot of advice, honestly, just so that she could get it right. I think she trusts me and respects me a lot, which I really appreciate. And there were moments, days leading up to it, where she was like, do I get this gear? Do we get this gear? What about shots? What does this look like? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like,
budget.
I'm just a lighting guy. I don't know what you're telling me, but I can give you advice on this. Yeah. And I always try to push her to make sure you pray about it. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do for it. Make sure that you consult with Blake, because
don't overexert yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, know what you can do, know what you can't do. Know that you're not trying to be God right now. So it's like, just get the performance music video shot and you're good.
Yeah. It's also like, if this is too much, no shame in taking a step back.
You can lay off.
Back to the drawing board.
Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Nobody's going to hate you if you cancel this thing. But if you want to send it, then send it.
Yeah.
Do it. If you're going to do it, then do it. If you don't want to, or if you're trying to do it like a half version of it, then don't do it at all, in my opinion. That's what I was trying to tell her to do. And I think she did a great job, in my opinion. It was a really good day. I remember I got there, set up all the lights, and got everything connected. And it went very well. I was very happy with how everything turned out. The only thing that really kept going wrong was there's this one light that can be DMX programmable, and we had two of them. There were supposed to be three, but we went with two. And the first one was completely fine. It's an Aperture 300D Mark II, and we had two of them. And so we had the first one on the left, the second one on the right. And the right one, every once in a while, it would pause, it would freeze on a DMX command, and it would just either stay on or stay off. Whatever the command was, it stopped on. And it was only one of them. It was only one. Two of them, but only one of them. The first one was fine, which was so confusing to me. I have no idea what it was. I blame cords because it's a rentable light. It's nobody's light. They rented it out. But you were also thinking this isn't necessarily supposed to be used in this kind of sense. Correct. It can be, but you were thinking maybe that's the issue. But because the other one was working fine, you were like, okay, that's not the issue. If both of them are screwing up, then I'd be like, okay, well then I guess this makes sense. Right. It's just not for this type of use. But for what we were using it, the fact that the first light worked, but the second light wasn't working all the time, I was like, what is happening here? And all we had to do was unplug and replug. But it was one of those things that you're like, man, if this could just work. Yeah, if we didn't have to unplug and replug, it would literally just be me pausing and playing and replaying, and that would be it. Because that was it. Because once I set up everything, I had my little corner with my little lifetime table, and I just pressed play and stopped and had the playback going, had it connected to the speakers, and it was very simple. And I was just kind of sitting there, kind of seeing a little bit of the chaos of what a video shoot can look like. And it wasn't chaotic relatively, but I was just kind of sitting there like, I'm just chilling right now. Yeah. This is simple. And once we got nearly everything set up, Liv came through, and she just kind of chilled with me more as moral support. And once we got everything shot and finished, she helped me.
Yeah, I didn't do a bunch. I was more so hands for tearing down.
Yeah, and which was very helpful, honestly.
Yeah.
One of those things
Moving
you like.
stuff.
It's a hurry up and wait kind of situation. She was there, and then she waited for a while, and then we were able to, work and get everything torn down. And just from the shots that we've seen alone of the music video that we saw in the group text, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the finished product there. I think it's going to look really cool.
Oh, yeah. I just love shooting music videos in general. I think they're the most fun to shoot because usually it's only vibes alone that it's usually driven by the shoot, and I'm always a visual guy.
It's all for visuals.
Yeah. And I think the more cool the visuals you can make, the better. And I think they did a good job with what they shot. Yeah. Obviously, I got to see it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll be shocked if it was bad. I mean, it's just a performance music video, so I'm really excited to see what that looks like. But
I'm excited for it too.
Yeah.
In other news, we had been working up to this for months now, over a year.
Yeah.
But the merged showroom grand opening for the Colony.
Many times rescheduled.
Yeah. Well, I moved up to here to the Colony so that I could start manning out of that showroom and being the manager up here. And I can't tell you how many times this grand opening has been given a date and then rescheduled and given a date and rescheduled over and over and over again, because it's just like we just want to make sure everything is in the right holes, and
100%. We want it to be right.
We have all the dominoes lined up perfectly. We don't want it to mess up at all. And so finally it happened on Friday. Yeah. And I had kind of been like in heavy anticipation of it leading up to now. The good news is that it was a lot more chill than I thought it was going to be. Yeah. I feel like I really kind of thrived on Friday, which is really good. And I'm glad that I was in that place. The bad news is I'm not sure what kind of traction we're going to have this next week through whatever. I have no clue what my workload's going to look like. I already feel kind of congested because I've been taking on a lot of new things, working with Hayden and stuff at the start of this new year. So anyway, we're going to feel it out. We're going to balance it out. We got some new guys who we've hired who are working there too. So that's kind of where I'm at. But you came and surprised me there, and that was really sweet.
It was at the last 15 minutes of it. I was hoping to get you on the latter half just because I knew that
it was the perfect time.
Well, if you were like in the middle of it, I probably would have potentially ruined certain conversations because I probably would have taken you away from your purpose if I had gone earlier.
I hadn't really been given a purpose. I know a lot of our sales guys were like expecting people to be there and they were going to greet the people they invited and that kind of thing, but I don't really have a bunch of people in the North area that it would make sense to invite them to come to the showroom. And so I was just kind of like, well, I'm not really sure. I guess I'll just kind of be floating. And like when we were like setting up, like I helped where I could and kind of just was meandering a little bit. And I ended up kind of winding up hanging around the main check-in table where my mom and Christy were. And I kind of stuck there throughout the entire 4 hours.
Yeah.
Which worked well because I knew a lot of the faces that came in, so I got to greet them in that kind of sense. And also, I'm the manager for this showroom, so if these people are going to be coming up there, it's good that I at least have that touch with them.
So it's not just the first time they see you is when they come back. It's familiar.
Right. Yes. So that was really good, but it did kind of give being a restaurant host at Olive Garden.
Yeah, well, you had all the name tags and everything.
Yeah.
Might as well have been Olive Garden at that point.
It was funny. It's just been a while since I've been in an environment like that. So that was interesting and fun to be able to do that again.
Semi already trodden ground for you.
Yeah.
Kind of already knew what was going on.
For sure.
Yeah.
But there was that.
Which was cool.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I know your dad is very happy that it's over.
I'm so glad that it's over for my dad's sake, because he's been
going. Every time I had filmed him.
He's just had such a cloudy brain the past several months.
It's that I get it as a person who has done like events, specifically like release shows or release events for films and stuff like that. You get
a wedding.
Or a wedding.
Yeah.
You get into a mode of like, all right, this is my life. This is my life until it's done. And then when it's done, assuming it was a good event, you're like, finally.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
Now I can do other things with my life.
Yeah.
Because you will have to, because I remember at a certain point, the last time I saw him before the opening was when I did the voiceovers for him. And I could just tell, like, he was just like, I just want this over.
Yeah.
Not in like a bad way. It was just like, hey, like, there's just a lot of energy to take.
Like, we're almost done.
To make this work. And I think it was totally worth it, in my opinion. It's just, I'm very glad you guys passed it.
Yeah. It looks
for y'all's sake.
Yeah. Yeah. We, you always do that thing when planning an event where you will over plan.
100%.
And so we had
pizza.
We had so much leftover pizza, so many leftover desserts. Like, my mom was like, do you want to take these like 12 dozen buntinis from Nothing Bundt Cakes? And I was like, I want none of them because I will eat them all.
100%.
And she was like, and I was like, I will take one right now.
Right.
But
as we
give
did.
The rest somewhere else.
Yeah, I took one, you took one. I was like, I don't need more
and
than
so,
this.
like, we were just kind of trying to delve it out. I'm like, what people have families? Haley, do you want to take some of these to the mix?
Yeah, honestly,
that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, 100%.
And so, yeah, Jaden got to take a bunch of stuff to his roommates, which I'm sure those boys were really excited about.
They'll burn through those easy there.
Yeah. But it was overall a really, really successful event. Yeah. We counted all the slips because we had people sign their little papers and tear off their raffle tickets, but we counted all the ones that we got, and there were 76 people that showed up.
That's a good amount.
Well, I thought there would be a lot more than that, and it also seemed like there was a lot more than that, but I think it's more about the quality than the quantity,
100%.
And it felt like there were a lot of people there anyway.
Yeah.
So the good news is those 76 people are going to tell their people, and they'll tell their people, and they all got to see the showroom. That's the whole point.
I think it's a window and doors showroom in Frisco. Also, the showroom opening was from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
on a Friday. Yeah.
And I'm just kind of sitting there like, I don't know, even if I was a builder, how motivated I'd be to come if I didn't have a reason.
Well, that's why they did all the giveaway stuff.
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that helped a ton. But I think just hearing that, like 76 people, that's not nothing.
Yeah.
And it's also you guys' clientele. So I'm really happy. Yeah. I'm overall like very, very encouraged to see that happen.
So it was really great. So that was that. Glad to be done with that.
Yeah.
Atlas took kind of the end of the day on Friday after that showroom grand opening to do a bunch of content creation.
Yeah.
So he didn't get back till pretty late.
It was very late. It was like 11.
Yeah. We went and got dinner, and then I put him back at his office, and he kept working on what he was working on.
I was like, I gotta be fully present for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I gotta do this today.
Yeah. Which tomorrow was Valentine's Day, which was yesterday for us.
It was indeed.
Today. So this is the first Valentine's Day in years that's been on a Saturday. It's also the first Valentine's Day that me and Atlas have spent together married.
Yeah.
Which that was really fun.
Very fun.
We were aware that it was going to be on a Saturday months ago, and I was like, we need to look and see when Open Table starts their reservations so that we can get a reservation in as soon as it becomes available. And I literally marked it in my calendar, and I went on to Italy, which is one of our favorite restaurants, and got us a reservation at 6:30 at Italy. We went there last night. Man, was it busy.
It was impressively busy.
We also got there a little bit early, and they were like, we can't seat you because you have the 6:30 reservation. You're more than welcome to sit at the bar.
They also led with, we haven't even sat down the 6 and 6:15 reservations. I'm like, that's crazy. It's 6:10 right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I get that we're early. At the very least, get us checked in so that at 6:30 we can potentially be sat down. But at around 6:30, they got us sat down.
Yeah, they did get us sit down at 6:30, which is good.
Yeah.
We got to hang out at the bar, but man, if you haven't been to Italy, go to Italy.
Yeah.
We saw the Italy headquarters when we were in Italy.
Yeah.
And we just love that place. This is our third time going.
It's just great. I don't know how else to say it. It's just it's definitely worth it. It is quite
It's always worth it.
Yeah. If you want like a nice dinner that's not, for nice dinner prices, not too terribly expensive.
Yeah.
Relatively.
Yeah.
I might be tone deaf on that one. But it's really good. It's really good quality for the price, I'd say. And I mean, I think it's my favorite Italian food to get anywhere in Dallas. So
yeah, I mean, they make their pasta in-house. I don't know if they made any pasta in-house last night.
I don't know.
It all felt, I mean, we had spaghetti, but everything else on the menu felt very like mass-produced. And I think that's probably because it was a Valentine's Day menu.
I think they just had to get ready.
They had to get stuff ready, and making that much handmade pasta that quick. Because like last time we went, they had like their handmade like raviolis and stuff like that. Yeah. There was nothing like that on the menu, like true. Anywhere.
That's true.
Besides gnocchi, and the sauce on that wasn't anything super appealing to us. Yeah. So overall, though, they have amazing Napoleon pizza. Mm-hmm. We found out that's the kind of pizza that we really like.
Yeah, that's the thing we have to keep looking for. That
Napoleon-style pizza.
Plus oven-baked. Oven fire oven?
Wood burning pizza oven.
Yeah. It's like 900 degrees. It's that's
we like
imperative.
The pizza ovens.
Yeah.
Napoleon style crust. Mm-hmm, it's so good. It's our favorite kind. That was our favorite when we were in Italy. Was anytime it was Napoleon, we were like, this is the best crust.
Oh, it's the best. It's the move.
But Italy does it great. So
yeah, hard to go wrong there in my opinion.
Cane Rosso's a
move. Oh my gosh, please.
And they also have the pizza oven.
Yeah, they're large. Those ovens are insanely large.
But what we got for our pizza was the
salami, hot honey,
diavola, dulce, diavola, dulce. So it was
really
like
nice.
This salami. It was a white pizza with mozzarella, Italian mozzarella. It's probably got this really fancy name that I'm not saying, and ricotta.
Yeah.
And then it had Italian salami and hot honey drizzle. Yeah. And man, their hot honey is not like your typical hot honey. Yeah. I found that last night. It was more oily.
Yeah.
And very faintly sweet.
Yeah.
It's more heat forward than sweet forward. Mm-hmm. But man, is it good.
It's quite nice.
It is so good. We have one slice in that fridge. We're probably going to eat that later.
Probably.
Leftover.
And like a little bit of spaghetti.
Yes. We got the spaghetti too. I honestly was not impressed by that spaghetti at all.
It was fine.
We had, I forget what kind of pasta we had last year, but it was bomb. Because it was that handmade
I'm
pasta.
sure you have a picture somewhere. I'm not sure.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But that was bomb last year. And this one, it was just kind of like, I could make this at home. Yeah. And it would be good. Their meatball was amazing.
Meatball was great. The whole $7 that one was.
Yeah. I also got an Aperol Spritz, and that was great. Yeah. Their focaccia bread's always great.
The focaccia was great.
We got bruschetta. Usually bruschetta has like a tomato-y kind of top with like ricotta on it. They had a butternut squash.
It was so much butternut squash on top of it.
So much. It was good.
It was great, but like
I felt like it needed less.
It needed way less.
I'm really glad that we got the focaccia bread additionally because I got to kind of scrape off part of it.
You saw me. I just like spread like the cheese on the top and like put it on my focaccia. It was like it was a move for sure, but it was like this was a lot.
Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Overall 9.7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. 9.6. 9.5.
Okay.
It's great. It was great.
One of the best restaurants you can eat at. So
you will not go wrong.
Very, very pleased.
It was really funny to like do people watching though. Of like,
oh my gosh, that was like our entire.
That was like 80% of our conversation. We were like looking around and we were like, do you think they're like together? Is this their first date?
Yeah.
Or is this like,
I'm
are
like,
they married?
Does she have an engagement ring?
Yeah. Like, no, she does not have an engagement ring. That's crazy.
Yeah. There was one couple that was sitting next to us, and before they got seated, the I guess host who was seating people came and set down a bouquet of roses, a dozen roses on the
It was
table.
so...
And I was like, well, first of all, you're basic for getting roses.
Yeah.
Second of all...
red roses.
I'm like, did he just give those to that guy to go, like, set down? And then they, like, came in there, and the girl picked them up and was admiring them. And, by the way, they're both, like, dressed up like they're going to prom.
100%.
She's got this, like, deep red ball gown on that's really shaping her figure.
Yeah.
And she like picks up these roses, and I noticed on the ribbon it says Italy. So it was like an add-on.
Yeah.
You can pay to have these roses at your table for
100%.
you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so you just didn't even go get roses. Got it. It would be easier to just pay it forward, I guess. So anyway.
Well, she put them in this like little cup.
Yes.
And it's like they're like tall. They're pretty tall. And so they're obviously made for a vase. And so she puts them in. I don't even know why. I don't know why. But
I saw this interaction. She asked a server if she could get a glass to put them in water.
Which is just like, they're not gonna die. They're gonna be fine. But she eventually puts it in like a whiskey type glass.
Yes.
And like puts them in, and then like they're like barely up. It's like a tenth of it's in the cup, and like 100th of it's in the water. And then you're like, all right, I wonder what's gonna happen. Is like as I'm like kind of crapping on what she's done with this, they fall over, and then the water just spills
all over their table.
all over the table.
Now they're freaking out.
And I'm just like, what is? What did you expect, man?
Yeah, it was just interesting. They weren't engaged or anything.
No,
it was like he was definitely doing this to be.
It felt like
performative.
Either they had been dating for a couple months and it wasn't serious, or it was on their second date. I couldn't. It was very early on for whatever relationship I was looking at. It didn't feel like the first.
No.
But it was definitely not like their 10th.
They
or
were
20th.
not a long-term relationship.
Not long-term.
Yeah.
Hopefully, for the man's sake and the woman's sake, that it becomes long-term. But I was just kind of sitting there like, this is tough.
There was also a couple next to us that the guy was talking the whole time, and it felt like the girl was just like...
Not having it, honestly. Or just at least not interested, at least. It wasn't her cup of tea.
And we were both kind of under the impression... We hadn't said anything, but we were both kind of under the impression that... this was like
That was just a bad date.
a bad Valentine's date.
Yeah.
And then she got up to go to the bathroom, and somebody, the server came up to the table and went up to the man and was like, have you made a decision on whether or not you want dessert? And he was like, I think I'm going to wait until my wife gets back to make a decision. And I like tapped Atlas, and I was like, he said his wife. And he was like, what?
Nah, you're wrong. Incorrect.
The funny thing about them too is that the server came back and he was like, hey, actually, I don't think we're going to get a dessert. Just give me the check. And he went and got his wife's wallet out of her purse and went to go pay it.
Yeah.
And then after she got back, he went to the bathroom, and then she ordered them both dessert.
Which I was just kind of sitting there like, what is this right now?
He when she got back, he was like, I looked at the prices. I just said, no, let's not do dessert.
You told me that he said that he made the executive decision to not. And I was like, what is that phrase, bro?
And she made the executive decision too.
And she was like,
for both of them.
Wrong. I want dessert, and so will you.
Yeah. We're both getting dessert.
I was like, hey, you do whatever you want. That's just funny.
Yeah. Anyway, people watching.
Yeah.
That's one of our favorite things to do.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Especially for what that day was. It was very crowded. It was
so crowded. Last time we had like an intimate date at Italy was a random Tuesday in January.
Which was like nobody was there. I think we
need to do that again.
We had like a reservation because the first time we'd ever been there and been so popular in our eyes.
Yeah.
And then we went there and then we were like, we didn't need a reservation. What is this?
It wasn't insane.
And it was chill. I loved how chill it was, honestly.
We need to go there some other time and just let it be just me and you.
Pick another Tuesday. Simple.
Yeah. We were trying to like entertain the idea. I was like, what if we like had our Valentine's Day celebration like every year on like the 13th or the 15th? Yeah. I honestly kind of lean 15th or 16th.
15th would be the move because then I could save money on flowers.
I was going to say, everything is discounted.
Full discount.
So it's like, what if we just celebrated it on the 16th every year?
Our
so
Valentine's
you get like,
Day. Or just whatever the weekend is coming up to, if you will.
Yeah.
Pick that as the Valentine's.
Yeah.
So many things. We can have a lot of fun with it. We're married. We can do whatever we want.
Well, we're thinking about doing it after Valentine's Day so that we get all the discounts.
That's what I'm saying.
It just seems like the move. Anyway,
Yeah.
So life hack.
You can do whatever you want.
You don't have to abide by the rules.
Valentine's Day can be whatever you make it.
We could do that, and then we could like yearly do like a photo shoot on Valentine's Day itself.
Yeah.
So that we have things to post.
Yeah.
And then we could go on a date a couple days after.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want to do that?
Hey.
Y'all
a
are
plan.
here for history being made.
History is being made right now.
Oh my gosh. In other news, for Valentine's Day, Atlas got me the cutest flowers. I'm going to bring them on to
The camera.
because I feel like y'all need to see.
I think they look really nice.
They're so cute. I had mentioned in passing the other day when we were at Target that I loved the pink tulips. And he knows I love baby's breath. And so he made this beautiful little bouquet. Did you get them from Trader Joe's?
Oh, yeah. Always.
Trader Joe's is the place to get flowers, y'all. You don't need to spend a crazy amount on flowers. And Trader Joe's never overprices their flowers.
No, it's always pretty well priced, I'd say.
And you can get all your greens and your fluff
every single
and
part that you need, you can get it there.
Oh, they smell so good. My mom's going to be jealous.
I can't ever
tulips.
bring myself to get a pre-made bouquet because I don't know, it just doesn't feel right, you know? It's one of those things that my pride comes in and I'm like, no, I'm going to make it myself.
Yeah.
Like my creative comes out and I'm like, no, that's not right.
Well, I think if it's for someone else, like if we were going to like Marley's cheer competition, we wanted to get her
well, that's
flowers.
completely different.
Well, yes, but it's like that kind of thing, or like the flowers I got you for Hannah were pre-made as well.
But those are good.
But I was
chilling.
intentional with which ones I picked.
Sure, yeah. Not that not that all pre-mades are bad, but it's like, I know for this specifically, I'm like, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Yes. But he got me those flowers, and I had been talking for the past like several weeks about how I just wanted Parisian hot chocolate again.
Yeah.
Because
hot chocolate from Paris, if you don't know.
Yes.
I didn't know what Parisian meant for a while.
Specifically from correct.
Yes.
And I wanted it so bad. And La Madeleine had Parisian hot chocolate for the winter season that they were serving seasonally. Mm-hmm. And we went to La Madeleine on my lunch break last week to try and get this Parisian hot chocolate, and they didn't have it anymore. We were probably right at the cutoff. I bet they flipped that sign around
it was like
the
days.
week before.
Days, probably.
Yeah. So I was really upset and I was bummed. I was like, the only reason we came here is because I wanted Parisian hot chocolate. And he went and he got the stuff and he made me Parisian chocolate homemade. Because he's that sweet of a boy. Look at him. Isn't he the sweetest? He's so sweet.
I was like, I'm not a big chocolate fan. So
he does not like chocolate.
It was one of those times where I was like, I'm not gonna know if this works until she tries it. So
it worked so good.
It was a random link, but I was like kind of like deciphering of like which recipe do I pick, and I picked the one that was most popular. And so I was like, all right, this and this. All right, cool. And I made more than I probably should have. I could have been smarter and just have the recipe.
I still have some in the fridge.
There's a bunch, but it seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah,
and I'm very happy with it. Very happy with her response. I was like, is it good? And she was like, it's really good. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, he did a great job. And he also got me a chocolate bar. And some oven baked lays, because I've been talking about how much I'd wanted them.
Baked lays.
And the thing I'm proud of is I got him for Valentine's Day Six Flags Prestige passes. So we were proud Six Flags Gold Pass holders this past year. Or was it silver?
I want to say it was gold.
I think it was gold too.
But I don't know. It was enough that we were able to get in for the whole...
Whenever we wanted
whole entire 2025.
Yeah.
And not 2026 because it was closed.
And we got Bring a Friend tickets and general parking.
And some percentage off of merchandise and stuff like that.
10% off of merch.
Yeah.
So
it was so nice. Anybody that goes to Six Flags more than once, just get the season pass.
Yes.
It's so dumb to not get it, honestly.
It's so dumb not... Even if you are like, we'll only go twice this year.
I'm like, just get the season pass.
Yeah, just
because you might just want to go a third time, and it's free at that point. Yeah. So relatively,
if you go 3 times, you've paid for it and gotten some from it.
Yeah.
So but we go a lot. Like I think last year we went over 10 times.
It was
throughout the entire year.
It was a lot.
Yeah,
honestly, it was a few.
But
a few moments, if you will.
Yeah, and we even went to the Six Flags in Fiesta, Texas, in San Antonio. And Atlas got a season pass for that because it was the same price.
It was the same price as a daily ticket, and then I could get like half off for your ticket.
For the Bring a Friend. Yeah, so he did that. And so technically, you have that for...
Until 2027.
Yeah, until 2027.
Which is kind of funny for what we just got. Because now I have both passes.
But Six Flags was doing this thing. Our Six Flags is closed until February 28th because they're doing a bunch of repainting, refinishing, and a lot of work on the Tormenta roller coaster, which is the new one that they're launching this year.
Building up to be the biggest dive coaster.
Y'all, they had these discounts on their tickets.
Yeah.
And it was $70 for gold passes, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, we should get gold passes. And we had been talking about it, but we hadn't. And then I saw that they had done this thing where this year they've upgraded their season passes to where you get access to all of the Six Flags owned parks in Texas and Oklahoma.
In North America.
No, that's for the gold pass.
Just kidding.
Just the gold pass that's for the prestige pass.
I know.
But the gold pass has all of Texas and Oklahoma. So you get all the Schlitterbahns. You have access to the Fiesta Texas, all the Hurricane Harbors, and the park in Oklahoma as well. And the water park in Oklahoma. And you also got access to ride the new coaster in Arlington to be one of the first people to ride it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds like a great deal. Well, me and Atlas have been kind of eyeing the Prestige Pass for a while now. I believe it's $150.
It's like $155 or something like that. It's way around there.
Which means we'll have to go 4 times this year to pay it off.
We'll have to.
Which, that will not be an issue.
That will never be an issue.
Yeah. But this one, our Prestige Pass, we get VIP entrance every time we go. We get preferred parking. We get a fast lane pass every time that we go.
Which we've never had before, which is really cool.
We get 2 Bring a Friend tickets per pass per year.
Yeah, it's an
Is that
annual
right?
thing. It's basically like for what you just bought, you technically also bought 2 other tickets.
You also get discounted, a lot more discounted merchandise and other tickets as well. And then additionally, this is what Atlas mentioned earlier, you get access to all Six Flags owned parks in North America. That includes Canada and Mexico.
Yeah. So if we really want to go, we can.
Because there's one park that's owned by Six Flags in America, Cedar Point, which is in Ohio, and they have got some of the most famous roller coasters in all of North America and all the world. That one, the siren one that starts like this and then it tilts all the way 90 degrees and goes down.
I saw that. I was like, that's something we can
The
ride.
race one where you go up and then it fakes you out and then you go up and then you go down. And
it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Anyway, all those crazy roller coasters are there, and I'm like, maybe we need to make a Ohio trip. Maybe.
Might just have to go up to where the boys are.
Maybe we need to go to California for a little bit. Go to Knott's Berry Farm, which is also owned by Six Flags, by the way.
There's so many on the map. I was like, I don't know if we can do all with these. And at that point, so she bought them. She bought the Prestige passes.
Yeah.
And like an hour or 2 later, we were like in bed, just kind of chilling. And she like brought up her laptop. She was like, I'm gonna do the research. And see which coasters are like worth it to go to. Because like I'm sure a lot of these coasters are debatable knockoffs or just like duplicates of what's already here, or at least very similar.
Yes.
So we want to go, if it's worthy of going, we got to verify. Be like, hey, like, is this like a coaster that we just don't have?
Yes.
As in like that coaster that goes like this.
Yes.
180 or 90 degrees. It turns.
But it appears that they have tons of roller coasters that are unique.
Yeah.
At Cedar Point specifically.
So at least Cedar Point.
At least Cedar Point is where we want to go. At the very minimum. But we have other ones that if we're in the area, we may have to stop.
Might just have to stop by. Might be the only reason that we're there, but why not?
Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of, I think you're caught up for this week. This morning we went to Hope Fellowship Frisco West again.
Yeah, once more.
Yep. That was really nice. Got to see Zach Wright. We're wanting to set up a lunch with him and Ashley.
Yeah.
I think that'll be good for us to talk about what our wants and needs are for church
100%.
and groups. So that's kind of where we're at. I thought the message was good today. It didn't really apply to me very much. It was
all about men.
It was about manhood.
Yeah.
I think they were trying to promote their men's conference this weekend.
It was good. It was good, though.
Coming up, next episode. Which there won't be one about this until a little bit from now.
Yeah.
We're actually skipping filming next week because Atlas is going to be doing a Paramount shoot for Lioness Season 3. This weekend. Mm-hmm.
I'm just a PA, so nothing too much. But.
Yeah, but we will definitely fill y'all in on that after he gets to spend time there. And yeah, I think that's just about it.
That's all of it.
Yeah.
It's all the things.
Yeah.
We're just doing life, having fun.
Yeah. I think we're going to go eat dinner now.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We'll go about 3 feet to the right to our kitchen. We might get a sweet treat after. We'll see. I don't know. If we don't already have that. But anyways, that's Off Scot Free. And
we'll catch you next week.
We'll see you very soon.
Peace out.
Peace.